Happy morning. We have John joining in today. I met John a while ago in one of the NGO activities where this was with Gia Agapi, and this was the social cause for Down syndrome kids where they were doing ramp walk. So John is passionate about biking. He's part of the bikers group, in Hyderabad. Apart from that, he's also passionate about photography. He does a lot of photography, and that is also for a cause. He participates for events which are part of a cause. And apart from that, he gets his chance of photo shooting models, both male and female. That gives him a kick to continue this particular passion of photography. Uh, and he's a diehard fan of John Abraham. I'm not sure why. And sometimes when we look at his profile, it's all John Abraham, and I really get confused whether I'm connected to John Abraham or John Psy. So this is what I know about John, but a very humble person, a person who is like, okay, let's do it attitude rather than commercials and all that. So that's very important for this particular industry. So John, this is what I know about him. So maybe you can introduce to our new friends as to what you're up to, and how this passion of photography, bikes, and John Abraham started. And friends, I will also share some of the photographs of his creativity. So please, over to you.
Yeah, hi all. Good morning. First of all, I would like to thank Ravi sir for giving me this opportunity,
Most welcome.
and even Edlin ma'am as well. So it's all started when I was a kid. I was somewhere around third or fourth standard.
Hmm.
So my mama used to get the bike.
Okay.
So when I touched his bike, so he says, this is not up to you. You just put your hands off from here, and you just move from here, and
Hmm.
he'll not let me to touch his bike.
Okay.
So from that day, I was like, okay, fine. When I become adult, I'll buy a bike and which will be customized better than your bike.
Hmm.
So from there, it's all started, and I used to start biking with a couple of friends.
Hmm.
So who were my school seniors. So I used to go along with them from one place to another place. We travel, we have a few friends who's like visit temples very often.
Okay.
So I keep riding and they just sit at the back
Hmm.
and they enjoy the ride. And after that, I was a huge fan of Undertaker as well in the WWE. So where he only gets the bikes mostly.
Okay.
So if you see his bikes, it's completely customized. It's a Harley Davidson and it's completely customized bikes.
Hmm.
So that pumps me everything, when you look at the bike you get a smile on your face to keep riding it, and you feel the wind coming
Hmm.
on your face, and when you cruise the bike it's completely awesome feeling actually. So and then when I've seen John Abraham, for the very first time, in the movies, so driving the bikes, so he was into the pop songs.
Hmm.
So he used to drive a bike and meet a girl, and I just impressed. So I was like, okay, fine, we can also try this. So from there, it's all started, and later when it came the Doom movie, all my passion work came out, customizing a biker build of things, and I was a huge fan after looking at the hairstyle of him, and
Okay.
even I do have the same hairstyle. So I met him in 2014.
Hmm.
That was a coincidence in decathlon.
Okay.
So it's a very humble person, he's someone always inspired by him. So it's someone who is very down to earth, who always says, be humble,
Hmm.
do something for a cause, and not commercial. So from there it's all started. So biking and hairstyle, the way he encourages the people. Even the photography also started from him. I
Okay.
watched this movie, Garam Masala movie, where he'll be a fashion photographer in that.
Hmm.
So after that, earlier I used to do photography with the mobile. I used to click the pictures for the friends and all. So later, after seeing that movie, is like this is photography is something where you can demand a kind of a thing. It's a joke apart, but when you ask someone to stand
Yeah, they
pose the way we say, they listen to it. In the rest of, if you see the rest of the work where you work under someone, it's like, what they say, we have to do it.
mm,
So it's all started that way.
yeah, good point. I've never realized that.
So there's a saying, women listen only to the photographer.
Yeah.
She don't listen to anybody
Ask me,
except
ask
the
me. I've
photographer.
recently tried photographing a family. So, yeah, I didn't realize this. I would have done this interview a couple of days before. Good.
No, from the starting, I keep watching all the photography things. So I've read somewhere saying that a woman only listen to a photographer. So I was like, oh, this quotation is very good.
Okay.
And that's true. When I started doing the photography, that's when they keep asking us. There are few people who say, you let me know how
Hmm.
to pose, how to give a eye look, eye contact. So that's where I realized when I did the first shoot. So that is when I realized a woman only really listen only to
Listens
the
to it.
photographer.
How do you do it, man? So good looking, models are standing it with you, and they're posing for you, and then all you have to do is only photograph them. How do
Photograph
you,
them.
how do you control yourself?
So for me, it's like clicking the pictures of someone. You always uh, in one of the foreign there's one guy a foreign shoots
Hmm.
where I've seen in on Insta somewhere. So
Okay.
in that he says, when you look at the models, even if they're in a two-piece as well, so your only concentration should be on pictures where you click you get a good
Hmm.
uh, output from the people.
Yeah.
So photographer is someone who makes pictures, even broken pieces,
Hmm.
into a new life.
True. Yeah.
So that is how,
So
when
don't
I
focus
clicking
on
the
the
pictures, it's only
models.
like,
Only focus on the photography
only the model,
concept.
that's it. Only the photography.
Yeah, tough job. Yeah, very tough job. See, you're doing the toughest thing. For a man to do it. So good. But jokes apart, one of the things, friends, which you are not aware of, John, I'll share some pictures. He's a creative guy who upcycles. He uses old parts of automobile, bikes, etc., to recreate it. So here are some of the pictures. So this is a picture. So John, you'll not be able to see this, but let me just reiterate what I'm showing.
All
So
right,
this
no
is
problem.
this is a wheel, a red wheel that has been converted into a lampshade, and yeah, the next picture is again a Mac wheel, which is converted as a tabletop with a lovely helmet below that. So this is awesome creativity, John. And the next one is
Thank
a
you so much.
lampshade. He's actually used an old broken tripod into a floor lamp, and the next one is suspension spring of. I'm assuming this is of a bike or a car. Uh, that's again being used as a lampshade, and the old tires again as a nice tabletop. So good one, yeah, good creativity. So
Thank you so
how did
much.
this inspiration start?
This one, even this one also is like through YouTube's, when I was just keep scrolling, so I came across these things, how to make floor lamp or like a tire tables. So
Hmm.
generally, when I was a kid, when I used to go to a mechanic with this one of my friend who owns a mechanic shop. So
Okay.
we
Yeah.
generally sit on the tires, and it's
Hmm.
like quite cushion kind of. So we just put a pillow on it and we used to sit on that. So
Comfortable.
then I thought, I'll make something on it. So later I just searching for few things. Then I came across this. So I all started doing everything by myself.
Hmm.
The
Good.
tripod thing, when I shifted the house, it got broke.
Okay.
So I thought, why should I throw it out? That was the first
Upcycle it.
tripod which I purchased it. Then I don't feel like throwing it out. Then I thought I'll make it something. So then I made a floor lamp,
Hmm.
even the
Correct.
car rim as well.
Yeah. Good one.
So
I
that's only
like.
for the helmet actually.
Yeah, I like the concept of upscaling, upcycling what you're doing with
Thank you.
with the old items. Yeah, I think during COVID we also tried a couple of things like the mosquito bat, which we generally throw once, and these are the things which really get damaged frequently.
Okay.
So we tried upcycling it with some plants
Mhm.
around it, with some painting and stuff like that. So good. So John, I've just met you once, and very limited conversation we had, more about the camera and stuff like
Yes.
that. But
Yes.
we would
Yes.
like to know more about you. So I have some rapid fire questions. Are you all set?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. Where is the most beautiful place near where you live in? So wherever you stay
Nearby
in.
to
Mhm.
okay. The nearby is like the Sainikpuri places
Okay. So
where you
what's
have
really
neat
nice?
roads in half side, the backside of the Fifth Avenue. Though you can see a half side of the road will be completely neat.
Hmm.
So where you get nice biker pictures over there.
Okay. If you had to change your name, what would be the new name be?
It's John Abraham.
I guess. Okay. What's your guilty pleasure apart from biking, models? I mean, sorry, photography and some of these creative stuff.
So there is nothing such like things.
No guilty pleasures. Huh?
No, sir.
Okay.
So everything I take it in a positive way, even if people are scolding, I just think, no, what first thing is why people are scolding. So that is the
Mm,
first question which I see.
right. Good one. So, what sci-fi movie you like the future to be like?
Your voice is breaking, sir.
Yeah. What sci-fi movie? Okay, science fiction movie.
Science
Which
fiction movie. The bikes are flying in the air.
something like ET, extraterrestrial also had like bicycles, flying. So yeah,
Yes, I've seen even there's a bus. I am not sure whether it's true or not, but I've seen a bus flying in the air, and the moment when the stop comes and just it just moves this way.
mm. Have you ever watched this episode? I mean, that was during my childhood. I'm not sure if you got a chance. There was a uh, TV series called Street Hawk.
No, sir.
No,
So
okay.
hardly watch the movies and series and all. So
This
most
was
of
very
it will
old,
be
like when He-Man and all this came during the childhood. That
yes.
time you had the Street Hawk where the bike is like goes in like 300 miles per hour, etc.
Okay,
So
no, I haven't watched it, sir.
hmm.
I'll watch it for sure.
I'm not sure if any of the channels are streaming it. But very old one, very old one. So
Okay.
talk about some interesting people who make your bike ride interesting. You really have fun with them.
So my cousin, mostly we both drive a lot.
Hmm.
So even he has Thunderbird, the Royal Enfield. So even I own a Royal Enfield, and
Hmm.
I customized it, the handle and the seating and as well. So we generally what we do is on a weekends we
Hmm.
both go on a bike ride.
Hmm.
So he keep checking out the places.
Okay.
So I keep checking out the pictures and the locations, and
Hmm.
based on that, I just make some sketching or like make a note of the places.
Okay.
So where which picture can be taken in which way. So I keep checking out those things. So we both go early in the morning, somewhere around 4 or 5 o'clock we start, and we
Okay.
start riding. And at the sunset time, we'll have some nice biryani, and then we come home.
Okay. So, which is the best way to travel? Plane, car, train, bike?
Bike is always best. You can enjoy even the car as well.
Hmm.
But biking, if you have a couple of friends along with you, like if you have a 3 or 4 people riding
Hmm.
along with you, so that would be
It's more
really
fun.
fun. So you can stop wherever you want to stop, and if you want to take a pictures or if you want to have some food, or you can enjoy the nature while going on the ride.
Right.
So if in the plane, you can just view from the top, but you cannot enjoy it. So,
Mm.
but if you're traveling on a bike, so you can stop wherever you want to stop aside, and you can just feel the nature and watch how the nature is. If
Okay.
you want, if the people who are like really wanted to take the selfies, the pictures and all, they can have the shoot over there.
Good. So
So that will be
what?
really fun actually.
Yeah. So isn't it really painful for carrying so many gadgets? Like you're a combination of a photographer and a biker. So isn't it very complicated, or you feel the sense of responsibility because you have to carry a lot of gadgets along with you?
The sometimes it will be painful, but I got used to it. Earlier, it was in the initial stage, it was painful a bit.
Hmm.
Later point of time, we got the proper backpacks, and
Okay.
so where we'll be wearing a jacket, so we don't feel that we are wearing something.
Hmm.
It will not be painful for the backbone as well. The only thing is your bike seating should be perfect. As per your convenience, you can wear the jacket and the gadgets which you are carrying it along with you.
Hmm.
You need to make sure that you're not dropping it down,
Yeah.
because once you drop it, you feel really regret yourself actually.
Yeah. So when was the moment when you really traveled long drive? You were starving, very hungry, starving, and then you did not see any outlet, and then you know this food court appears. Any moments like that?
Uh, oh yes, sir. So after the logout, I thought let's go for a ride. So it was a weekend, so
Hmm.
I thought I'll go for a drive. So when I moved from Uppal branch to the Pocharam branch, so from there we have the Warangal highway. So I
Hmm.
just keep on riding in the night. So I couldn't find any food or the food stalls anywhere. Not, if you see the people will be selling on a cycle or a
Sure.
normal scooty on somewhere. So I couldn't find anything. So then I thought, I just opened the Google map and then I don't even know where I reached. Actually, I keep on traveling, and then I realized I'm feeling hungry. Then I put on the map, then I moved to the airport. So generally, when I feel like eating the KFC or like Subway,
Hmm.
so I travel to the airport directly from my place to airport. It's a pretty long distance, and it will be like a long drive as well.
Okay. Hmm. Good.
So
Good.
that was the day where I couldn't eat anything. Luckily, I had a water bottle in my bag where I had water and just was riding.
Okay. Any sneaky accident that you met on your bike anytime?
Yes, sir. But I wasn't driving, so it
Hmm.
was when I was about to log in. So
Okay.
it was a login time. So where I crossed up myself, but there was some issue. I mean, the application might be. So what happened is, I did not have the transport or the office transport at the time.
Hmm.
So I just called up my friend. So he said he'll pick me up. So when we were like going on the way, so actually I didn't know that he's very scared of dogs and all. And exactly at the Jubilee's checkpost
Hmm.
where it was under progress work was going on. So he saw the three, four dogs running here and there, and he got scared and he put a brake. Actually, I already warned him that your bike has some issue with the
Okay.
disc and all.
Okay.
So even though we are about to fall in near the Secunderabad, but luckily we did not fall. And finally we fell down near the Jubilee Hills. It was around 60 speed he was riding it. He was riding around 30, 40 speed, and I don't know what made him to ride so fast.
Receive.
And
Yeah.
he was around 50 or 60 speed.
Hmm.
So he put a disc and the wheel got stuck. So the vehicle completely moved, like if you see in MotoGP,
Hmm.
so the bike keep rolling. So first he fell down on the divider. Lucky thing is he was wearing a helmet
Hmm.
where nothing happened to his head. So he just got hurt on his hand. And I fell on the divider and I was like moving in the air. I was like, I can feel that, I'm
It
gonna
was
fall
flying.
somewhere. So I fell on the divider, the cheekbone got cracked, and I got almost like
Oh.
over here, it's like 16 or 18 stitches, I guess.
Oops. Yeah.
So that
Very
was a major
dangerous.
accident which happened.
Yeah. So that's what happens when we panic. I think we don't know what to press. Sometimes we press the accelerator instead of slowing down,
Right,
and the brake very tightly instead of slowly doing it. So yeah,
right.
I've had some bad accidents myself. So
I already told him, just be careful with your bike. Please do not use your front disc. His back brake was working fine,
Hmm.
and there's an issue with his chain as well. It was like it's making noise. The chain sprocket has been completely gone. So, and he was keep on riding still the bike with the noise,
Hmm.
and all of a sudden he put the brake. The wheel got stuck completely, and the ambulance came in. I We just put him on the stretcher. My
Hmm.
cheekbone got cracked and the eyebrow got cut completely on the top, and I just put him on the stretcher. When myself and there's another constable, we both are trying to pull his helmet out, so it was completely two piece out, and he was completely unconscious.
So, when you grew up, I'm sure you love music, and when you grew up, were you part of records? Did you play tapes, CDs, MP3s, or what was it? What was the most preferred gadget or media for playing music?
It's MP3. In 90s, we used to have the MP3 players, the
Mm.
iPod MP3 players, those ones I used to use. And when the Sony launched the Walkman series
Mhm.
phones, I used to use that. So
Yeah.
I used to listen in that. And later, the MP3 players, MP4 players came in.
Mm.
So I was using those things.
Yeah, I think far before Apple launched iPods, I think Sony was the best maker of MP3s and
MP3 players, right?
MP3 players, and also phones which were like oriented towards music. I think
Ye-
the headphones and all that were like the Sony only had
Right,
that was the only brand which had bass and really
right,
designing everything around music. So
right.
that was
At
good.
the time, we used to have the Nokia 5300
Mm.
series, the music edition.
Right.
So you get very good music in that. So when you use the Sony headphones along with that phone, the
Mm.
combination of Sony headphones and the Nokia 5300 phone, it's very good combination. So you get proper bass to hear in it.
Mhm.
So after some time, we got all the smartphones.
Right. Well, tell something about your childhood. Most notorious things you've done during your childhood.
Childhood, I was like completely scary till I was in fifth standard. I used to get scared of the people.
Hmm.
So when I used to play cricket and all at the time in the childhood, so when somebody comes and shouts and takes off the wickets, takes out the place ball, few people have taken the bats as well. I used to get scared. So later point of time, so when we shifted to one place to another place, so then I started, whosoever takes my things, so I used to rush to their house, go beat them up, and then I used to take my things.
Yeah, some kids are like very possessive about what they own.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And that was actually the bat where it is signed by the Sachin on it.
Hmm.
So I got that.
Okay.
So one of the where we play the cricket and all. So there's one guy who have picked that one.
Okay.
So I was like asking him, give it to me, and he was not giving me, and he says, no, you just go from here.
Hmm.
Then I got very angry, and I hit with him with a wicket on his leg. The very next moment, he gave me the bat.
Hmm.
And we used to hit eggs, when in the friend circle,
Hmm.
we have a couple of friends. So I met these people in Prasad IMAX Theatre. So we have the gaming zone. So
Okay.
I met these three, four people over there. So those people, how they used to do is, if they have to sit all together,
Hmm.
and then they'll select one person, so they target him. So what
Okay.
they do is they'll take him to some place.
Hmm.
They take off his money and everything. They hit eggs on him and then leave it over there. So for a few hours, like 1, 2 hours, they'll just leave him. So I did couple of times like that.
Hmm.
Even in the office, we used to have when people has the birthday parties, right? So we used to hit all the eggs.
Okay. Yeah, I've tried eggs on a few of my friends during Holi. Yeah, it was they didn't
Yeah.
like it. It was like horrible. After that, I've stopped it. Yeah. So
The eggs
especially
and
eggs
the
on
tomato is
vegetarians are like nightmare. Yeah, eggs on anybody is like horrible, stinking this thing. But yeah, I agree.
right. Even on my birthday also, they hit almost like 7 to 8 eggs.
Hmm.
So from it's like from the top floor, my the process was in the second floor. So from the top, I have to come. So there are the four
Okay.
floors. So from the fourth floor, I came only on my sando. There's no shirt with full of eggshells on myself. So I just came down and just asked for a jacket.
Good one. So nice. So what are your plans? Future plans? What's coming?
So as of now, I'm just thinking to set up a studio, the photo studio,
Okay.
and planning to. So most of the Facebook friends and Insta as well, so they're just asking me to start doing a commercial thing.
Mhm.
Open up the antique pieces shop where you can take orders and you can give as per they need. So I'm just planning to set up a thing for the customizing as well.
Okay.
The antique pieces like tire tables, coffee tables.
Hmm.
So I'm just planning for that. So it's still going on.
Good. Good. So, with all this experience, you're into biking, you're into photography, you meet a lot of clients. You've done,
Yes.
corporate photo shoots and all that, and also you're a good artist. So with all this experience, what would you do when you become a chief minister? What are the areas you would focus on?
So for campaign, I'll be using the bikes.
Okay, it will start with rally. Okay,
Rally.
bike rally.
Everything starts from the rally, and even the logo will be the bike itself.
Hmm.
And so I keep when we have the rally, we have to interact with the people and check what exactly is going on in their particular area.
Hmm.
What they need. So those needs have to be fulfilled.
Good. Good, very, very down to earth on the road. A person who's like
Always you have to
completely
be down
prepared.
to earth, sir.
Yeah, like a lot of people talk
So
about what areas you would focus on. You're basically even prepared on how you would do what will be your day-to-day activity in terms of campaigning and meeting people in the ground and getting to know what they want and then do it. I think that's rather than what you want to do after you become the chief minister. What you're saying is you will go to the public, ask them what they want, they need, and then do it.
right.
Good one, good. So,
So if you travel in the car, you just park a car aside, you just stand nearby to the car and you just interact with you want people to be come to you and then ask, that is completely different. So if you go on a bike, you place your bike in the middle of the uh, public, and then ask each and every person, make them sit and ask each and every person what need to be done in their particular area, that will be completely different.
good, good
Because that
thought
is
process.
how you
I
will know
agree.
what exactly they wanted, what exactly we need to do for them.
Good point, John. I think nobody, no,
Thank
none
you,
of the
sir.
guests have like discussed this way. So a very unique way of mentioning on how you would execute it. So that's very nice. So nice, nice, John.
Thank you,
Nice
sir.
interacting with you. All the best with
Thank
what
you,
you're
sir.
doing. Continue your passion, not only with John Abraham, with the creativity you're doing, and
Sure, sir.
yeah, I think you're one guy who is known for your passion rather than the company which you work for, right? So I don't think
Right.
so. Until unless somebody really goes through the profile or asks you personally, specifically as to John, where are you working? Otherwise, you never mention that anywhere. You really don't mention about your job anywhere. It's more about your passion, about these three
Right, sir.
things. So very few people are there around with this particular quality where they first talk about and they're recognized for their passion. People don't even know where he's working. So keep up the good work, keep spreading positivity, and all the
Sure,
best
sir.
with whatever you're doing. uh, Continue your passion, and that time of photographing. I'm sure you're photographing a lot of good models and celebrities,
Yeah.
but continue your
Yes,
work
sir.
for even social causes, because we need good
Yes,
pictures
sir.
of when some new cause is being delivered or enabled, so that others also get encouragement, and they'll also be part of it. So
Yes. So for social cause, always I'll be first.
good, good. God
Even
bless.
Giagapi was also the moment when
Mhm.
Chandana asked, I said yes.
Yeah, good. Thanks, John. Have a great day.
Thank you,
All
sir.
the best.
It's
God
nice meeting you,
bless.
sir.
Thank you, friends. So do
Great.
follow
Yeah.
John. He's a nice photographer. You can see the photography, his work on his Facebook page, and on his personal profile, personally, and his passion for John and bikes and his creativity. So keep following him, because this entire these episodes are meant to connect inspiring people, and it's always nothing like having inspiring friends and people with passion around you. Thank you,
Right.
friends. Thank you, John. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir. You too, sir.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.